this examination terminates right now.
You don't
It'll
have
take-
authority to do that. You know that, right? He's not your client.
John CROOK's deposition, in which he has no legal representation, but SilverScam is going to come in and do some of the most immoral, unethical, and frankly, illegal things that I have ever seen.
Right, the time is 1:11 p.m. and we're currently on record. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, this is Attorney Randy Shockett of Shockett Law Group in Trenton, Florida. I've just spoken with the deponent and provided him the link. He's saying having internet problems. He said he will try to sign on, but he's having internet problems. So I have no problems waiting till 1:30. But we can let the record reflect that there was no problems before taking a Zoom video from that location. But we'll wait. That's fine.
Okay, we'll be standing by.
Okay, the time is 1:11 p.m. and we're back off record. With that, the time is 1:17 p.m. and we're currently on record. Good afternoon. My name is Alyssa Armas from Court Scribes, and I'll be the court reporter for today. We're here today, February 9th of 2024, by remote appearance for the purpose of recording the video deposition of John CROOK in the matter of Lynette Preston versus Jeremy Brian Hales. Case number 38-2023-DR-000416-DRA in the Circuit Court of the 8th Judicial Circuit in and for Levi County, Florida. Will counsel please state their appearance for the record?
Yes, good afternoon. This is Randy Shockett of Shockett Law Group in Trenton, Florida, on behalf of Mr. Hales.
Do I have any other counsel present to make appearance?
I'm certainly present. I was waiting for Mr. Feather to announce his appearance on behalf of his client.
Mark Feather on behalf of Jeremy Hales.
Joshua Silverman on behalf of Lynette Preston. My paralegal Brent Lanier is also observing the deposition today.
Thank you. Mr. Cook, if you can please raise your right hand.
Lynette's not here. She went back to the shed. Hand up.
Do you, John Cook, swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yep.
Thank you. Counsel, you may begin.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Cook.
Yep.
What do you prefer I call you? Can I call you John, or I can call you Mr. Cook?
Call me anything you want.
What do you prefer?
Whatever you want.
Okay. All right. We're going to get into this case pretty quickly, but I want to just go over some background stuff pretty quickly. Have you ever given a deposition before?
Yeah, I think I have many years ago.
What was it about?
An injury.
Whose injury?
My injury.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I got hurt at work.
Okay. Was it a workers' comp?
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, just to refresh you, this is a deposition. It's a court proceeding. I can tell you, I'm going to be asking you a series of questions. You're going to be answering those questions under oath. There's two other attorneys here. They may or may not ask you questions as well. But you do understand you're under oath. You just took an oath to tell the truth, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And even though you're at home and none of us are in a courtroom right now, the answers you're giving us today are still subject to the same penalties of perjury as if we were in a court of law. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So we want to make sure you have a complete understanding of the answers you are giving. When I ask you a question, I'm going to assume you understand it. Unless you don't understand it, then you can tell me what it is you don't understand, and I'll be happy to rephrase it in a way that we understand each other so that you can answer a question that you understand exactly what I'm asking. So if you need clarification, you just let me know. All right?
Yep.
And if you need to take a break, that's fine. Just let us know. We'll take short breaks from periodically. And the only thing that's going to be stipulated to here is that if there's a pending question, you can't take a break. Just answer the pending question, then we can have a break. All right?
Yep.
All right, what did you bring any documents with you today or any videos or anything?
Nope.
Do you have any videos related to this matter with Jeremy Hales?
Nope.
Do you recall testifying in a court of law in Ohio recently in a case with Mr. Hales?
Did I testify in I'm testifying for Florida, not for Ohio. I'm not witch hunting. I'm not witch hunting in Ohio. Plain and simple.
Did you testify under oath in the state of Ohio this year in a case involving Mr. Hales?
You want to ask me a Florida question? Go for it.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
No, I'm not on trial here. Is this not about Florida?
I'm going to ask you.
Is this not about Florida?
You know who gets, this is the good thing about the position, sir. I get to ask the questions. You don't get to ask questions. So let me ask you again for the third time. Did you testify under oath in an Ohio court this year in a case involving Mr. Hales and yourself?
I've been in a case with Mr. Hales.
Did you testify under oath in that case with Mr. Hales in the state of Ohio?
I would imagine it was under oath.
Okay. In that testimony, did you tell the court that you had videos that you wanted to show the court relating to Mr. Hales?
She has them. I'm not in possession of them.
Were you in possession of them at the time of the Ohio testimony?
No, she's got them. So no, come on.
Did you tell the truth in your testimony in the Ohio case to the judge? Do you know that you told the judge that I, not anyone else, I have videos I want to show today?
Right, because I would have asked her for them, and she would have gave them to me and put them on the. Are
you familiar with the videos?
No, I don't watch this stuff. I actually have a life.
No, the videos that you wanted to show in Ohio, do you know what they were?
They were about all his perjury that he put up there. Yeah. Everything that came out of his mouth is perjury.
Okay, and you don't have them, right?
At this moment, no. Can I get them? Absolutely.
Okay, you were ordered to bring them. So how could you get them? What do you need to do to get them?
What videos are you looking for?
The videos you just described. What you said you could get them. What do you need to do to get those videos?
I would have to talk to Michelle. They're in her possession. And they will be being brought back to Ohio with a lawyer in Ohio. So
okay. So what I'm gonna do is I have some exhibits. I am gonna open up for the court reporter and everybody a Dropbox. And as I announce, I will put them into the Dropbox. I will also share them in this video here as well. So we can have that done in two ways. So what we're going to do, is show the first. All right. I'm going to show you our first deposition exhibit. You were served with a subpoena to attend this case, right?
Yes, I was ordered to attend this witch hunt. Absolutely.
All right. This is going to be exhibit number 1. Let me make sure everybody can see that screen. Can you see that screen? Everyone? Make it bigger if you need it. Please give me some feedback here. Can you see it?
You can see it. You can see it fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mr. Cook, did you receive this subpoena that you're referring to right here? Sir?
Yes.
All right. You see where you were told you were to have with you complete all these documents that relate to the claims made in this case by the petitioner, that's Ms. Preston, and against Mr. Hales. and includes videos. It's a very broad definition. There it is, videos right here.
I'm not in possession of them.
Okay, you just testify you can get them. You didn't make any attempts to get them prior to appearing on this video deposition today?
Again, I'm not under, this isn't my court case.
You made no attempt.
I'm not being charged with anything.
You made no attempt to get these documents before appearing for a video deposition today?
Again, I'm not on trial here. Your client is.
You made no
I'm
attempt.
not on trial here. Your client is.
You made no
I'm
attempts.
only
to these
sitting
videos.
here just to appease you.
Okay, we're gonna make another rule here. I won't interrupt you. I'll try not to if you don't interrupt me. Is that fair?
Go for it.
You made no attempts to bring those videos you just referenced prior to appearing on screen for this video deposition today. Isn't that true?
I'm not in possession of them.
You made no attempts.
I can't get possession of anything that I don't have.
Right.
You're dealing with somebody I divorced 5 years ago.
You just said
you get stuff from your ex-wife?
If you remember again, I get to ask the questions. So again, we'll just keep doing this because it's you need to answer.
Keep going.
You made no attempts to talk to Miss Preston, since you said she has the videos, to have her give you those videos before you appeared for this video deposition today. Isn't that true? You just said that.
I didn't say that.
Then what attempts, tell us, what attempts you made? Now we're making some progress. What attempts did you make to get those videos from Ms. Preston prior to appearing at deposition today?
Again, I'm not in possession of them.
Court reporter, read back the question.
What attempts have you made to get the videos for today?
I'm not in possession of them.
What attempts? You understand when I say attempts, it assumes that what you're saying is true, that you're not in possession of them. So
Correct.
say you're not in possession of them, we understand that. There's no need to keep repeating yourself. You're not answering the question. Did you make any attempts to ask Miss Preston prior to this deposition today?
I'm not in possession.
Again, we interrupt. I thought we were doing well, but I promise I won't interrupt you if you don't interrupt me. I'll do my best. Please do your best not to interrupt me. Did you make any attempts to talk to Miss Preston about giving those videos that you described earlier?
I can't
Do you-
recall.
All right. At least that's an answer. Fine. Okay. All right. Do you have any history of a felony or a misdemeanor?
Nope. And again, I'm not on trial.
Which one is it? Is the answer, which one is it? Is the answer no, or were you trying to say you're not on trial?
I'm not on trial.
So you're taking back your answer no?
Yeah, I'll take it back. I'm not on trial.
So you're refusing to answer the question?
Your client is on trial.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
Fine.
What does that mean? Yes, you are?
It means I'm not on trial.
Do you have any histories of being convicted of a felony or a misdemeanor, sir?
I'm not on trial.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
Your client is. Got nothing to do with me.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
I answered it.
No, you didn't. You just said
Yeah,
you're not.
I did. I'm not on trial.
That's not responsive.
Yes, it is. I'm
No.
not on trial.
Do you have any history of a felony or a misdemeanor convictions in your background?
I'm not on trial.
Okay, I'm going to ask you for the last time, then we'll certify the question. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? Yes or no?
I'm not on trial.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony in the last 10 years? Yes or no?
I'm not on trial.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime that involves dishonesty?
I'm not on trial.
Have you ever pled guilty or no low contendory to a felony?
I'm not on trial.
Have you ever pled guilty to a crime that involves dishonesty? Or pled
I'm
no
not
longer
on trial.
You just interrupted me. He was doing well.
You
Have you
leave
ever have you ever pled guilty or nolo contendere to a crime involving dishonesty?
Are you done?
I get to ask the questions. Did you
Well,
answer
that's
that?
why I'm asking you. Are you done?
You
So I
don't
can
get to ask
answer?
questions.
I'm
You don't
not
get
on
to-
trial.
That's your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, and you feel that satisfactorily answers the question.
Yeah, I'm not on trial. Your client is. Why don't you ask
Well,
him
reporter,
about,
all of
why
these
don't you ask
questions,
him about
sir,
how many times he's been served with stuff?
to the court reporter, all of those questions regarding his criminal background are to be certified, and we're going to rush order this transcript.
Go for it.
Okay. Do you know, were you married to someone named, let's start from the beginning. You said Illinois, so were
I'm
you,
not on trial. I will not get into my own personal life, so you might as well just zip right by him.
we're not doing anything. I get to ask the questions, you get to answer them, and if you don't answer them, we will see what the court says. Okay? So, do you have a history of domestic violence?
No,
Do you know who Lori Cook is or was?
my ex-wife.
Do you ever have any domestic violence cases against Lori Cook or involving Lori Cook and yourself?
Again, I'm not on trial.
Are you refusing to answer the question, yes or no?
Again, I'm not on trial.
Are you refusing to answer the question, yes or no?
I did answer it. I'm not on trial.
Certify the question. All right, let's talk about Miss Preston. When was the first time you met Miss Preston? And she's the petitioner in this case.
Again, why do you need to know my personal life?
I asked you about her. When did you first meet her?
I don't know, about 10 years ago.
All right, how?
Sheesh. We were chatting, I think, online.
Okay. Thereafter, the relationship started. Did you marry her? You said ex-wife. When did you marry Miss Preston?
I have no clue.
Are you still married to her?
Nope.
How long have you been divorced?
I don't know, about 5 years.
Okay. When did you first move in with Miss Preston?
I don't know.
Where were
When did you move in with your ex-wife?
Again, you just don't see. You don't get to ask the questions. It just delays things. So again, let me ask you. You have no clue. That's an answer. So you've known her about 10 years. Is that right?
Yeah.
In your opinion, is she a truthful person?
Yes.
Has she ever lied to you?
No.
Okay. Where did you live with her when you first moved in with her?
Port Charlotte.
Port Charlotte. Okay. Where did you graduate high school?
Ken, you can, I'm not giving out my personal stuff.
You're refusing to answer that question?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you have any education beyond high school?
Again, it's none of your bit. I'm not on trial.
These two questions are going to be certified as well.
Go for it. Certify them all.
Do you hold any licenses other than the driver's license?
Motorcycle license.
Anything else?
Nope.
So it's a motorcycle only license?
Yep.
You're not allowed to drive a car?
Again, that's common sense.
Is that yes? You're not allowed to drive a car?
I can drive a car.
So why do you have, is it a specialized license for motorcycles?
Yeah, it's like an add-on.
Okay, so you have a motorcycle plus an operator's license, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know anything about Ms. Preston being court ordered? I'm sorry, let's strike that. Let's start again. Do you know that Ms. Preston, while she was living with you, was permitted to have supervised visitation in a court order with her grandchildren?
I make an objection under Rule 12.310D. I don't believe that this has any relevance to this case whatsoever. If you wish to make a case
Answer.
I'm
Answer.
sorry, sir. I'm sorry, Mr. Shockett.
You just say objection to form. I don't believe in speaking objections.
Excuse me, Mr. Shockett. I'm not objecting to the form of the question. I'm objecting under Rule 12.310D. Pursuant to that rule, the deposition will terminate as to this subject matter until it is taken before the court on proper motion.
Okay. I asked him, do you know? So I'm not going to get in discussion with you.
I agree, sir. There will be no discussion. I have made the motion. The rule is clear.
Sir,
We will abide by the rules.
I was worried about this kind of speaking objection stuff, but we're gonna move on. Sir, do you know someone named Paul Bloom?
What?
Do you know a man named Paul Bloom? He works as a child protective investigator for DCF.
No.
Well, has DCF, when I say DCF, it's Department of Children and Families in the state of Florida, has DCF ever visited your property in Otter Creek, Florida?
Yeah, he keeps having the people call in on us 11 times, and 11 times never found a problem.
So, DCF has been there 11 times?
It went to the governor's office, and the governor cleared us.
DCF has been there 11 times since you've been to Otter Creek? Is that right?
Yeah.
Who do you know is causing these DCF visits to your home?
Jeremy Hale states on I seen it somewhere. He states
you don't watch his
that
video. Do you watch his video?
He states that he's done it, and he's encouraged his fans to do it.
Oh, so you're taking
along with IRS, Fish and Game, everything else. So
okay. So
if
why
you're
do
going
they
to get into those questions? Get into those. I can answer them real quick.
Do you know of anyone else that? Wait, did DCF tell you that Mr. Hales reported you?
Yep.
Did DCF tell you anyone else reported you?
He's got thousands of people calling them and wasting government time.
Did DCF, we're wasting deposition time if you listen to my question and answer them. Did DCF tell you that Jeremy Hales reported you to DCF?
I don't know.
Did DCF tell you that anyone else reported you to DCF?
Again, Michelle talks to DCF.
I thought you did.
I overheard.
You've never spoken? Okay, is it your testimony?
Have they asked me questions like he's had me come in and these ridiculous things? Yes, I've had to answer some questions with them.
Okay. And when you say you just not, maybe you don't know his name. Do you know his name is Paul Bloom?
No. There's been at least 6 workers that I've seen out here that Michelle's talked to.
Okay. Have you only talked to one gentleman? You keep saying he.
No, it's a she.
Okay. So you don't know Mr. Okay, so your testimony, now listen to this question. Have you ever spoken with a male child protective investigator with DCF in relation to this case?
There were 2 males out here, and I can't answer that because I can't remember if I talked to them.
One thing I'll tell you, in spite of what's going on here, everyone on this video right now will tell you we're all here seeking the truth. It's not a game.
Oh,
it's okay.
shit.
And if the truth is that if the truth is that you really can't remember, then that's the truth. That's a good answer. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that answer. It's not like a college test or high school test where there is a penalty for guessing. I don't want you to guess. So if the truth is you don't know or don't remember, that's great. So is it possible that Mr. Paul Bloom spoke with you, but you just didn't know his name?
Possibility. Don't know.
Oh, there we go. So I'm going to ask you some other people.
I don't know these people's names, so if you want to babble them on up, I'll say I don't know.
No. I'm going to ask you people that live in different areas. Like, do you know someone named Jess Monford in Otter Creek?
Jessica Monford. Name sounds familiar. I don't know.
So you don't know Jess Monford?
Again, I just answered you.
I didn't hear you. You broke up. What? You do
I
know her?
said the name sounds familiar, but I don't
Okay.
know.
Do you know that Jess Monford reported you and Miss Preston to DCF?
Oh, you know what?
What?
I actually know her. She's sitting in a Michelle had her that one come over and do some work here, and she's sitting in a Georgia jail right now. Now I know the name.
Okay. So do you know that Jess Monford reported you to DCF?
Correct, after Michelle threw her off the property. Yep.
What? Are you okay? So, okay, do you know the day that Michelle threw off the property?
No,
Then how do you know that she reported you to DCF after Michelle threw off the
because she
property?
put up her own name to DCF.
Right, right.
Right.
So how do you know? So you know what date that was?
Nope. Why
Right.
don't you ask him?
So why would you sit there and say that she reported you to DCF after Michelle kicked her off the property? And Michelle, you mean Miss Preston, right?
Correct.
So how do you know that she reported you to DCF after she got kicked off the property?
Because DCF showed up here
That's
and
the only
said
reason why
and said she reported us.
right. But the date you said
How the hell did you got the date? You obviously talked to them. I don't know.
Okay, let's ask you. Let's ask you, what date did Michelle kick her off the property? If you say
Hell
you
if
don't
I know.
what that's right. So how can you sit there and say that she reported you to DCF after Michelle kicked her off the property if you don't know the date that Michelle kicked her off the property? Isn't it possible that
Because
isn't it
they
possible
showed up because they showed up after we kicked her off the property?
So you think that DCF runs on a dime, they immediately show up at your property when someone
Yes,
calls?
they have to.
Okay.
It's their job.
You don't know the day that Michelle kicked off the property, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
Take a look on your paperwork, see when DCF came on out
I
here.
don't know the date.
Then,
I don't know.
And then go 1 day back.
1 day back? Okay. Gotcha.
One or 2 days back, because that's when DCF
All right.
comes out.
Did you when you lived in Northport, Florida before coming to Otter Creek, right?
My life's not important in Northport.
You and Michelle Preston, Miss Preston, lived in Northport, Florida before coming to Otter Creek, correct?
I live in Northport, yep.
Okay. Did you ever have DCF contact you or Miss Preston while you lived in Northport, Florida? Are you talking to somebody?
No, I'm thinking out loud.
Okay.
Was DCF ever over at my Northport house? Yeah, we had to take possession of, or Michelle took possession of her grandchildren.
All right, that's a yes to the question. So do you know someone named Samantha Wilson from Northport, Florida?
Samantha Wilson. Hell no.
Do you know Catherine Wilson in Northport, Florida?
No.
Do you know Connie Bruni in Northport, Florida?
Crazy Connie? Yeah, I do.
What is she a truthful person?
Nope.
Was she lied to you?
She's so mad at me, I had her thrown off the Republican. She was the top Republican volunteer. And because of her corruption, we caught her and we got her thrown off. She don't
And so
like me.
in
She
retaliation
don't
for
like
that,
me.
okay, in retaliation for that, she called DCF.
Yep.
What about Miss Preston's daughter, Michelle Preston? Has she called DCF on you guys while you're up in here in Otter Creek?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So you said that DCF came out 11 times before you got cleared? Is that what I heard you say?
Yeah, before the governor cleared us.
So 11 times. What happened? Why did it take 11 times to clear you, if you know?
Because they kept making up stories and changing them until they ran out of stories.
And do you know which one?
No. Ask
All right.
CPS.
Did you ever have like an outdoor bucket that you, oh, by the way, are you the adopted father?
Nope.
Okay. We call it, what do you take care of the daughter currently?
I watch her.
You watch her. Okay.
But it's here.
Did you ever have, sorry, one second. I'm going to show you. This is going to be exhibit 2. All right. Let me show you if you can identify this. If you've seen it or not, just let us know. This is exhibit 2. Have you seen this? Do you know what this is?
Could be. That's that, what do you call those things? The toilet. Composting toilet.
Where is that currently in your house right now?
No, actually, we have plumbing right here in the RV.
But you recognize this as a toilet that you used before in Otter Creek, Florida?
Has never used it.
Has it been in your property in Otter Creek, Florida, this exhibit 2, which is a bucket toilet?
It's a composting toilet.
Has it been in your home in Otter Creek, Florida?
Has it been in my RV? No.
Has it been on your property?
I have plumbing that runs into a septic system.
Right. Do you recognize this compost toilet as you're calling it? Where was it on your property, not in your RV?
Out by the shower.
What?
It's an enclosure area.
Is there carpeting in that area?
It's got partial carpeting, but it's tile. It's cement. Correct.
Is this exhibit that you see here, this toilet, is this currently on your property in Otter Creek, Florida?
I don't know for sure on that one, but it's something I don't use. I use indoor plumbing, so does she.
So why do you have this on your property? Or why did you ever have this on your property?
It's not mine. If you want a question, ask Michelle.
I'm asking you, it's on your property.
I don't have to. I told you. See this right behind this wall here? I have indoor plumbing. This is what I use. I have an indoor shower. I have everything right here.
Right. So
right.
Let's talk about DCF again. Did DCF ever tell you that you need to stay in your camper RV and be separate from the child?
Nope.
So does the child sleep in the RV with you at night?
All right,
Nope.
that's enough. I'm making a motion pursuant to Rule 12.310D to terminate this examination until such time as the judge can rule on the fact that this is absolutely harassing and serves no legitimate purpose. So this examination terminates right now.
You don't have authority to do that. You know that, right? He's not your client.
Sir, if you would read the relevant rule, I am making a motion pursuant to.
Okay, you're making a motion for protective order to terminate the deposition
until such time as the judge can rule on my objection that this deposition is being taken for the purpose of harassing the deponent, and it is being taken in bad faith. Until such time as the judge rules upon that motion, this deposition will be suspended.
No,
I totally agree.
We are staying. You're trying to make a motion. We're going to call the judge right now, sir. Okay? Don't hang up.
Hi.
And if we can't get the judge, you need to make a complete motion for protective order. I'll refer you to those rules as well. And you need to do it in writing as soon as possible. And we are going to move for fees as well under the same rule.
Hi, you've reached Shay in Judge DePalis' office. I am unavailable to take your call. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message.
Okay, Mr. Silverman? Make your motion on the record, please. If you're done, just say you're done.
I made my motion on the record.
Okay. We are moving also for attorney's fees on the record as well. And let this be noted that this is a very time-sensitive deposition that was scheduled by Judge Thomasis in a very narrow manner. The attorney, who is not even the attorney for the witness, is now wrongfully assuming, instead of even saying, don't answer the question, which he can't do, but he's now terminating a deposition in its early phases, and we only had 3 hours to do this. So we're going to move for fees as well, and we'll see you before the judge. Goodbye, everyone.
Ta-ta.
Mr. Stalked, do you still want this ordered? The time is 1:53 p.m. and we're off record.